Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. In today's video, we are going to be talking about A for Adley Learning and Fun. As you can see here, they have 4.96 million subscribers, and they are a really popular channel. I actually discovered them through my 5-year-old daughter, who I now no longer let them watch this channel. But I figured I would do a video and do a deep dive on these folks because really they're just a family channel trying to disguise not being a family channel. They're trying to just do learning. So I saw this video and I was literally just appalled, like shook. I know this is supposed to be like an imaginative play type situation, but I was not for it. I'm going to insert a clip here just so you can see it. The little girl's hair is pretty much in her face, so you can't see her that well, which is a good thing, but I can't believe this dad did this for views. Like, it's just really disgusting to me. So let's just play this clip and then I will go ahead and give you my reaction to it as you watch me clean some stuff.
Nico, I need to get Nico to help me take care of Adley. He'll know what to do. Alright, this is kind of weird, but I gotta put you in this dog cage and go get Nico. I'm sorry, baby Adley. This'll just be for a minute. Okay, it's okay, Adley. Just be a doggy for a minute. I'm gonna go get Nico. I'll be right back. How do I? Okay, I'll be right back, baby. I love you. I'm gonna go get your brother Nico, and he'll know what to do, okay? Okay.
Okay, so I really would be interested to know your guys' thoughts and opinions on that video. Again, I stumbled across this channel, which again, they have 4.96 million subscribers. That's a lot, and I'm not 100% sure, but I'm pretty sure they have a second channel too. But let me know what you guys think of that video down below. When I came across this video, my 5-year-old and I were in the car. She was watching a video on my phone, and my phone connects to the Bluetooth in my car. And I'm like, what is she watching? It was something like with the floor is lava or something. I don't know. There was a grown man that sounded real ridiculous. And when the kid said, Dad, I'm like, wait a second. Like, I just need to see what she's watching. And so I pull it up and I'm like, A for Adley. And I kind of just, scan through their channel, kind of check it out. And I notice, I'm like, wow, they have a ton of views. I mean, they've posted like a day or two ago and they have about 1 million views. And so I mean, it wasn't really a surprise to me at the beginning. They had so many views, even though it looks really stupid because it's aimed for kids. My 5-year-old, for one, was glued to it. Like, she really enjoyed it. And I found it to be kind of creepy, especially since the dad put his kid in a dog cage, literally just for views. Imaginative play or not, it just seemed really odd and creepy to me. And why would you put that on the internet? And who's holding the camera? Is it the mom? I guess it probably is, but it's just really strange. The dad just seems so weird and creepy to me. And I began to think, I'm like, man, I know I'm supposed to monitor, what my kids watch. And even with YouTube Kids, because I believe they are on YouTube Kids, I'm just not for it. This family channel that claims to be a learning channel, but they're not really. They do a couple of learning things, or they have like toy affiliate sponsors for learning play that they put out there, but essentially they're a family channel. Like, nobody's going to convince me that they're not a family channel. It's like they're a family channel aimed for young viewers. And here's what I think is problematic for that. There's obviously millions of kids out there watching, or there's a bunch of, creepy people out there watching a bunch of kids play. Either way, like, my thought process for the kids thinking that that's normal, imaginative play with their parent. I'm sure that little girl looks maybe about 5 or 6 now. I don't honestly know how old the kid is, but I'm sure she understands now that mom and dad always have a camera or a phone or what. I'm sure it's a camera that they film on. They always have it, and there's not going to ever be any privacy or space. And it's giving her expectations, or it's giving my children, like my daughter, and I think other kids out there, the expectation that that's how mommy and daddy play with you is very over the top, very just, I don't know how to put it. When I think of playing with my kid, like I'm the worst at imaginative play. Even if it's like with Barbies or anything like that, I give it my best go. But I feel like this character, this dad from A for Adley, he takes it to a completely different level of just like, he's animated and it's just really weird to me. I don't know if I'm just overreacting or if I just think he's very, very strange and I can't really stand his voice. Although I am not for cancel culture anymore, I don't want to send a bunch of people over there and be like, oh, this guy's a creep. But I did want to put this video out there mainly just for parents. Like parents, if you're seeing this, if you're typing in your phone what your kid wants, like, what do you want to watch? What do you want to watch? You know, kids in the shopping cart, in the car, you know, just screen time in general with their tablets or iPads. If they're saying, hey, I want to watch something. Okay, well, what do you want to watch? And they say A for Adley. You know, my initial instinct is by the thumbnail, it looked kid friendly and it was okay. But it wasn't until I started listening to it that I'm like, this is just odd. Something's off and I'm not really, no. Like I told my daughter, I'm like, yeah, Noelle, you're not watching that. Like, I don't think it's that funny. And I kind of just deterred her away from it just because I really just got icky vibes from it. But what I was saying is for parents, like I'm making this video mainly for parents. When you're typing it in, I hope you watch my video and I hope you see some of the different angles that I'm talking about when it comes to possibly endangering your child from this channel. Not in like a physical sense, but in a way like you might be putting more stress on your own back, if you know what I mean. It's like your kid's gonna see this and then be like, well, why can't you play like Adley's dad plays? Like, because the way Adley's dad plays is weird and it's not normal and it's for money and clout and appears to be super duper, you know, greedy. With that many views and subscribers and sponsorships, these kids are getting the best of the best, the newest of the new toys to, you know, try out, promote, and hopefully sell on their channel. Many companies are going to be, you know, reaching out to them, obviously, because their reach is so far. Their bandwidth of people is incredible. So, of course, different sponsors are going to be reaching out and saying, hey, you know, will you please sponsor this toy in your video? Because then in turn, you know, these 5 million plus kids are going to watch this and say, Mom and Dad, this is what I want for Christmas, essentially, and bringing business to those different distributors, which I get it's a smart business move. But at the same time, as that dad and the content creator and the mom, I don't know how involved she is, but they need to think, like, is this the best route of parenting? Like, they're essentially making their kids, since birth for the son, I believe, their employees. And I just really don't feel great about that. I would be curious to know what they are doing with all of the money that their kids are bringing in. I'm sure the dad, obviously, he contributes to it on the channel, but mainly from what I've noticed is kids want to watch other kids play, right? Just like here on YouTube and TikTok, adults want to watch other people clean. Not everybody, but you know what I mean. You know what I'm trying to say. ASMR videos, anything that's very just pleasing to watch, just somebody else playing that's in your age. Kids like to watch that. It has to be some kind of weird human nature, but it's what kids enjoy. You know, cleaning videos, whatever kind of videos, it piques your, what's the word I'm trying to say? It tickles your frenzy. You just are engaged. You are really into it. And that's what this channel is for kids. It's almost addicting to them. And I'm not necessarily as worried for the kids of the public that are watching this. I am concerned for Adley and the little brother, Nico, because they're not, in my opinion, this is fully conjecture, this is just my own thoughts and opinions, I feel like they're not getting a normal childhood. Now, anybody could question me and say, well, define normal. And touche, everybody has their own normal, but I don't think it's normal to not give your kids any privacy. I don't think it's normal to make them a child star, if you will, literally from the time they are born. And so many family channels, they even put their kids' birth, they debut their kids' birth all over their channel. And it's like, wow, really? That child didn't get any sort of privacy or just one-on-one moments with their parents, literally from the time they came out of their mom. And that is just so crazy to me that people can get so caught up in money and greed that when they figure out how to make the money, whether it's, helping other people or not, they'll put whatever gets the views out there, disregarding how their kids feel, disregarding if their kids consented or not. And obviously, if you're a newborn, being literally, pulled out of your mother at birth, you're not going to consent and say, oh, like, hey, Dad, I consent. You can put my birth on the internet. It's like, it doesn't happen that way. Now, I want to always try to play devil's advocate in my videos and try to give a different point of view as well. So I'm going to try to put myself in this family's shoes, this A for Adley's shoes. Now, these parents have figured out a way, they've figured out the algorithms, I should say, to the point where they're making, millions of dollars on YouTube using their kids. With that, what are they putting that money towards? Are these kids going to be liking the fact that their parents did this? Does Adley have any kind of coherent thoughts as of wow, I've worked really hard for this? Or does she have that sense of surprise anymore? Christmas morning, if kids like this who promote and sponsor tons and tons of toys, what do you get kids like this? Do they have the aha, wow, look at that factor on Christmas morning, on birthdays, on whatever occasion that kids get, presents and are truly supposed to be surprised? Do these kids even get that aha, wow factor anymore? Because they literally get so much as it is. Or if they don't have it, they could get it at the drop of a dime. Because it looks like, from my opinion, that this dad and probably the mom, if she's the one filming and letting all this happen, if the kids are saying, hey, I want this, of course they're going to do it. Oh, but let's make a video of it so we can make more money. You kind of see the angle of where I'm going. So that's just a couple little pieces of my thoughts. Let me just peek at my notes here to see if there's anything else that I kind of wanted to touch on. Yes, there is. So I have discovered a website that another YouTuber has shared with me called socialblade.com. And basically, it's a website that you can go on, and in the search engine, you can type in the name of a YouTuber or their channel. And obviously, I went over and did that. And that website is going to show their estimated yearly earnings and monthly earnings. Now, I have heard you're supposed to, take that number and divide it by 2 because, tax laws and insurance and a bunch of other stuff. But you guys, their earnings, it said estimated yearly earnings, $534.5 thousand to $8.6 million. Now, even if you are going to half either of those numbers, that is still a good chunk of change that your children are bringing in. Yes, the dad is, imaginatively playing, but he's doing it for the money. It's how awful would it be if the kids literally thought that that's how their dad was? This is how he plays. And then, when the cameras are off, he's completely just, zoned in and editing. And he's, they think that that's how people are supposed to play. But then, when they have downtime, is their dad that way? Is he not that way? Are they, why aren't you that way when the camera's not out? I don't know if that made any sense at all or not. But the socialblade.com, I definitely have found it to be very interesting. I don't know how accurate it is or not, but it looks to be pretty legit. And needless to say, when I saw the number, I was kind of mind blown that this ridiculous content makes that much money. It's so strange. But I don't know. I wanted to make this video and put that out there for parents because honestly, my personal opinion, whether it's unpopular or not, like my daughter will no longer be able to watch channels like that. I just think it's strange to have your child being your employee and constantly making content for the internet. And that must be just so time consuming. Like, do these kids ever get downtime? I don't know. But my opinion, A for Adley, not a great channel for your kids to watch just for Adley and her little brother Nico's sake. And then also just for your own kids' sake, so they don't get like wrong impressions of how you're supposed to play with your parents or any sort of teacher, adult, what have you. So there's that little tidbit. If you have more information on A for Adley, or if you are like, wow, my kid does watch this, but I've never really listened to it before. If that's you, leave me a comment down below. I really, really want to hear about it because it's super interesting. And I want to hear the different points of views. And if you guys want a part 2 to this video, I do have a bunch, and I mean a bunch of different notes on this topic, and I could probably talk about it for a very long time. But for time purposes, I'm not going to keep rambling on. But yeah, let me know if you want a part 2. I'm going to go ahead and just probably insert some music and finish my cleaning. But that was the topic for today. And just really, you guys, parents, be careful with what your kids watch. Always monitor what they're watching, what they're doing, because the internet's a dangerous place. I don't care if it's YouTube Kids. The internet is a very scary and dangerous place. So please, please, watch what your kids are doing. I know I am not trying to say, don't let your kids watch TV and don't let your kids, watch or have screen time. By all means. Screen time is literally a lifesaver at times. Miss Rachel, the Wiggles, things that are truly good and clean, put those things on. Don't put crap on that gives kids wrong expectations and makes stupid people a lot of money. Not meaning the children, meaning the creepy dad on A for Adley. But just, yeah, I'm definitely not advocating for no screen time. I love screen time. It helps me out a lot of the time. But just be super careful and monitor what your kids are watching. But that will be it for this video. I really hope you guys enjoyed it and you're enjoying my new style of cleaning videos / commentary. I love cleaning. It's something that I do think is a passion, and I love watching back all of my hard work. And I do love commentary, and I like to be able to share my thoughts and opinions, which all of this is just my own thoughts and opinions. So if you like that, give it a thumbs up, and I have full intentions of keeping this up and producing videos weekly, so be on the lookout for that. But yeah, guys, I will see you in my next one. Have a great one.